Let's get started. Just before we start, I've followed you for a long time. I appreciate you welcoming me into your home, and you're an inspiration to people coming up and growing up like the kids you genuinely are, right? First time you ever got arrested?
First time I ever got arrested was fighting in the town. You know, as you go out, a couple of drinks, get carried away, end up scrapping.
Yeah.
You know, that was the first time I got arrested. I ended up punching someone, and he hit me pal, and I punched someone. And he never woke up all weekend, so I was like locked up all weekend. They were going to remind me on the Sunday. Yeah.
What charge? What assault was it? You don't remember?
I can't really remember. I never got charged. Like, they arrested me. They were going to charge me, but what I found out was he was in a bad way all weekend in jail, in hospital. But then on the Sunday, they come and got me out my cell in the morning and said, "You were lucky." I said, "Why?" When he's woke up and signed himself straight out of hospital and bailed, because apparently he was on licence for violence.
Wow.
So, but he was on camera not with my pal, and I was on camera hitting him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Can you remember the first time you went to court?
First time I went to court was conspiracy to supply. Conspiracy to supply.
How old was you?
Oh, I was about 19, 20.
19.
Yeah.
How did that go? Did you want to trial or did you?
To be fair, I wasn't even telling. So it was my birthday. On the 22nd of October, and on the 24th of October, the police come through my door. They found a quarter of cocaine, but it was mixed with caffeine. You know, and a big bag of caffeine, because I was training and boxing at the time.
Yeah.
I used to mix the caffeine with with my drinks and stuff.
Yeah.
But the stuff that we got, because we weren't really big sniffers and stuff like that with me partying.
Yeah.
When I mixed it with caffeine, so when they come, they looked like a big bag of mix, a little bag of coke. So they tried to do me for conspiracy. I got off of it, like it's all in the paper and that. I think they did charge me, but I got like they could see for what it was, because it was my birthday on the 22nd, and they come through the door on the 24th, and there was stuff from left over. I got 200 and some hours community service, and you know, a suspended sentence.
Yeah.
I got.
And you've been in prison once?
Yeah.
What was that for?
So I went to prison for firearms, but it was imitation firearms. So so obviously at the time I was heavily involved in addiction and drug taking.
Good on you for dealing with that as well.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And obviously I was doing a lot of people wrong. You know, robbing drug dealers and getting on the wrong side of people and stuff like that, because I would have took anything. I'd have took your eyes and come back for the sockets. That's what I was like. So I was upsetting a lot of people, a lot of big heads around Middlesbrough area. Yeah. And they shot my house up. They blasted my door, blasted my windows, blasted my family and all that were behind the door as well. So they shot my full house up. So I won't mention no names, but my cousin we used to go shooting up the hills and stuff, like around the moors and stuff like that. So I knew where all the firearms were. So as I went to the house, they knew what had happened. So my cousin had got to the house and moved all the guns. And by the time I got to the house, we used the imitation one there, Glock 17. It was the imitation one. I thought, fuck it, that'll do. That'll scare him enough. So I got that and just caused havoc for about 2 or 3 days.
Can you remember the moment when you was actually in court and your first?
Yeah. So I got caught on the Saturday. So I got the gun on the Thursday. I was chasing these guys who'd shot me house up, because everyone thought I had a real gun. Do you know what I mean? And that's what everyone thought. Yeah. So I'm running around the streets of Middlesbrough and South Bank looking for these guys who I'd had chill with. And word was like, "Oh, Venis running around for a gun, he's going to kill you." And I wasn't saying that, but it was imitation. It was a firearm.
So ego as well. When you hear people talking about that, it makes you go.
So I'm driving around Middlesbrough with 2 other lads, fucking going absolutely apeshit. And it was on the Thursday, and then on the Saturday, I finally got stopped in the car, got tasered, got grabbed, took straight to obviously this prison, and to the cop shop. They stripped me, they swabbed me, they did all that. They found the gun as well, it was on me and that. Then on the Sunday, they interviewed me, took me straight to court on the Monday morning, bang, remand, straight to remand. But I was back to rights, you know what I mean? I didn't even deny anything. Yeah. I was just like, yeah.
How long did you end up getting for that?
I got 5 years, but because I went guilty straight away, so the lads who I was with, they were all on remand, but they were just driving with me. Yeah. So when I went guilty, they got released. They all got out. Yeah. I went guilty the moment, the first day I caught, but they wasn't even on trial. First day I went to court, guilty. Come back to court about 3-4 months later. The judge went, "Look, we're looking at you like a victim here. You know, we believe you armed yourself in fear. You know, I was fucking lucky, like, they just took a bit of a lenient look at me." He says, "Look, we know what you are, you're a fighting man, you know, you are a scary individual, but we do believe that the reason why you armed yourself, because you've never been known to carry a knife or guns or anything like that, was because your family was in danger, you were in fear, you know, for your life and stuff like that, so you armed yourself with an imitation firearm." was going to give you 5 years, but with your guilty plea, we're going to knock it down to 3.
3, yeah.
So I got 3 years.
What prison did you go to?
I stayed in Home House.
Home House.
I stayed in Home House on purpose. You know, at the time, my missus didn't drive, and Home House is literally on the door.
I was driving on the hallway, then I said to my mum, when I was online the other day, I seen that tall long building, so I knew Home House around here.
Yeah, it's just like Stockton way. Do you know what I mean? Literally a stone throw away. We've always lived in Middlesbrough area. So at the time, I purposely stayed in Home House, but they did try and ship me out a couple of times. First of all, one of the lifers said, "Look, you need to get a medical hold." So I was like, "What's wrong with me? I've had arthritis in my hand since I've been about 19."
It's kind of a loophole, isn't it? Where you can
so I got a medical hold where I needed cortisone injections for the first 12 months. And then I went and I got offered tag like 8 months later, but they were like, "Look, we're going to ship you out, but you can get tagged so many times." I was like, "No, I can't. I don't want." Well, you look, if you stay here, so I tried to get on the therapeutic wing, no TC wing, a drug therapeutic wing. But I had to do another. I think it was a 10 month, but I could get out and tag in 8 months. So I had to sign a waiver to say, "Look, I won't sign for the tag," just so I could stay in here, because they would have shipped me off down to Hull. Do you know what I mean? My lass and my kids wouldn't have been able to get down to see me. So I had to sign like a waiver to say, "Look, I won't apply for tag. Put me on the therapeutic wing, so I can stay in Home House." Do you know what I mean?
And you're completely clear of crime now.
Clear of crime. I have been for the last. So I've been out of prison now 12 years.
Good on you, mate.
I haven't
Good on you,
been
man.
for about 10 years.
Good on you.
I haven't drank, I haven't touched my drugs. Tell a lie, I've had 2 slip-ups since I've been out. Because I'm in recovery, and I'm
Same.
recovering.
Trying.
But that's the only thing we can do, innit? We can try one day at a time, each day as it comes.
Yeah, it's hard work. It really is. Honestly, it's really, for me anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm active, like trying to get myself sorted out now. It's hard work. Like,
of course, isn't it? Look, you just said the nail on the head there. For me, it is hard. For me, it's hard as well. Like, look, I'm multiple years clean. Don't think for 1 second that's still not hard. But one of the reasons why I'll continue to push on is because it's nowhere near as hard as being out on the streets, trying to get my next fix.
Give me goosebumps thinking about it, honestly.
Trying to get your next fix, trying to get your next score, lying, cheating, manipulating, robbing, begging.
God, mate, honestly,
all that stuff I've done, mate. All that stuff I've done. Like, look, I've got no shit. I do have shame saying this, but I don't. I know where I am today, and I know I'm in remorse for what I did. But I've stole off my mum, I've stole off my dad.
Same.
You know, I've stole off my own kids, man.
Same.
I've stepped over my own kids to get my next fix.
Same, mate.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, you think about where the next money's coming from, don't you?
Of course you do. Like, look, if you know, to the position I'm in today, I'm grateful for all that stuff.
Yeah.
As funny as it sounds, because I know who I am today.
Yeah.
You know, back in them days, I never felt guilty or shit for it. Today I do. So that tells me that I'm a fucking good man. That tells me that, you know, I've got a good heart. You know, and all that stuff, when I think about all that, what I just spoke about, that's why I wake up in the morning and I apply this shit.
Yeah.
I give my life to God. You know, I'll never go back to crime. There's paths that I'll never take ever again.
Same.
This is the path I'm on.
Yeah, man.
And I'll stay on this path because of all that shit I just spoke about.
Well,
do you know what I mean?
as far as I'm concerned, looking from the outside inside, you're literally an inspiration. I've watched you for ages, and I love what you do, and I think it's just a carbon copy of what kids need to do. They need to, like.
Thank you very much for that.
I really do appreciate you welcoming me into your home as well. So,
No problem.
all right. Thank you so much, Paul. All right, mate. Sound buzzing.